Sean King, author and third-generation home improvement expert, is in the middle of a national tour promoting his best-selling book, The Ultimate Guide to Hiring the Right Contractor. And he's here with us today to tell us what we should be looking for. Welcome. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me. Great to be here. A little colder than I was expecting here in Savannah. My shorts are in the suitcase. They won't be coming out.
Well, you're here on the right week, though.
Right?
I'm sure you've heard about St. Patrick's Day in Savannah.
I have.
Before we get into all the rights and the wrongs, I just want to ask you this. I'm a pretty handy guy, and I've done some work around my house. Why can't I be my own contractor? Where's the downfall?
Well, depending on the type of project, there may be no downfall.
Okay.
You know, here's what has happened. All the shows on TV. Everyone at home now thinks they can gut and remodel their kitchen.
In a half hour.
Yeah, right. That show, Extreme Home Makeover, they built a home in 7 days. Folks, that's fantasy land. Not going to happen. So a lot of homeowners, you'd be surprised how many projects we have to go in to fix. The husband thought he could handle this. I DVR HVTV, I'm good. So a smaller project, though, if you're handy, there's nothing wrong with doing it yourself. And there's a lot of information online, like at YouTube, to kind of teach you how to, lay tile and that kind of thing. But some of the bigger projects, best left to the professionals.
So what's the dividing line? When does a project become big enough that you need to bring in somebody?
Well, right off the bat, any plumbing or electrical, total no-no. Do not mess with that. You could injure yourself. You could cause severe damage. So those you always want to leave to a professional. Even small electrical projects, replacing a ceiling fan. Bring a guy in for $50. A handyman will take care of it for you. You know it's done right. There's not going to be a fire in the ceiling. Outside of that, once you start getting into much of a breakdown of the home, if you're ripping walls out, anything like that, hire a professional. But if you want to replace your own flooring, tile, or even carpeting, if you're handy enough, sure. You want to paint a room, obviously, easy enough to do yourself. Once you start ripping out major components attached to the foundation and structure of the house,
ripping out walls,
leave it to a professional.
Like that.
Leave it,
All right, what are the most important things that I need to know?
Well, first there's three huge mistakes we find homeowners typically make when they hire the wrong contractor. Mistake number one, not pre-screening your contractor. With the technology available today, as soon as you get their contact info, you jump online, check them out at review sites. Angie's List, BBB, Google, and Yelp. You want to pay special attention how they handle and resolve any of their complaints.
And are you looking at maybe past reviews?
Absolutely. That's exactly what you want to do is jump on and see their recent reviews, especially to really know that your finger's on the pulse of what they're doing now. Maybe they brought their A game and now they've gotten a little bigger and they're spread a little too thin and now their recent reviews are weaker. Or maybe the other way around. They were getting started figuring stuff out several years ago and maybe the reviews were a little weak, but now they've righted the ship and they're doing great. So recent reviews, best place to start. And with the technology, if you're not doing that, shame on you today.
Exactly.
It's there at the tip of your fingers. Mistake number two, you need to get everything in writing. Specifically, you want an on-time finish guarantee. You want a written guarantee letting you know exactly how long your product's going to take to complete before it's even started.
And is that legal? That's legally binding?
Oh, you put it right into the contract.
Right there.
How we do it at our company is, let's say it's a 3-day project. We'll build in, starting day 4, if your project is not 100% completed, there's a $200 per day penalty to us, the contractor, until it's finished. Lets our client know we're invested right there with them to get it done the way we said we would. We're not running around ripping out a bunch of kitchens and not finishing anything because we're busy picking up checks.
Are you the contractor going to present me with that contract so I have to read it very carefully?
You're probably going to have to ask them to add it to it, actually, because it's not that common. Because if you don't get that in your contract, we've all heard the horror stories. With a contract that says, don't worry about it, kitchen will be done in 2-3 weeks, tops. And you're like, oh, that's awesome.
Those horror stories.
Then 5 months later, your kitchen's still not done, and you're outside washing your dishes with a garden hose. An 83-year-old woman outside of Boston was outside with a Coleman cooler and a hose. This is New England. The weather was not conducive to that.
Oh, that's awful.
And then mistake number 3, probably the most common mistake we find, is getting ahead of your payment schedule. You and your contractor need to establish a specific payment schedule prior to starting the job, but as the homeowner, it's up to you to stick to it. As soon as you get ahead on payments with your contractor, all bets are off. You've lost any control or leverage you might have had, and he's now going to determine when or even if your project gets completed. If you give him all the money, where's the incentive for him to come back?
Well, so you think you're doing him a favor by paying him, thinking he's going to, he got his money, he's going to do me this fast and get out of here.
Way too trusting.
All right, this is the book, The Ultimate Guide to Hiring the Right Contractor. Where can people get it?
They can get it on Amazon.com. It's a #1 bestseller.
#1 bestseller, okay. You can get it there, and you're traveling around the country.
I am in the middle of a media tour. This is stop 63.
63?
63.
Wow.
My wife wants to kill me.
Yeah, you're finding a lot of areas that are recovering from storms.
Correct.
And are really in need
they
of this.
really need the help. They get hit because then those storm chasers come into town from out of state.
Exactly.
They're not licensed in this the given state. They're taking deposit checks from the insurance companies and they're running out of town.
All right, Sean King, thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Sean.
Thanks for having
Appreciate
me.
you being here.